So today's video is a little different. I know I said I'll upload day 2, but actually this is day 3. I'll go back to day 2 later, but since this one is edited and ready, I thought I'll share it with you now, and I didn't want it to keep you all waiting. So, coming back to the paintings, these paintings that I'm working on here are actually part of a series that I started, and it's a series that speaks about depression, healing, and the power of resilience. And I don't want to talk too much in a heavy way, but I do want to share a little bit because this is where the work is coming from. I actually started this series at a point where I was feeling really overwhelmed, very out of place, like I don't belong anywhere. And I didn't know what was my purpose at all. Like, I am always questioning my purpose, and honestly, I didn't know what to do about it. That feeling of not knowing what to do, of being stuck, it was so strong. I just wanted to get it out of my system somehow, and I didn't know what to do. So I just picked up a canvas. I didn't think too much about it. I just grabbed whatever I could find. I grabbed the smallest and the biggest. I don't know why I chose these two colors. It wasn't a logical decision, to be super honest. It was just instinctive. I just followed my instinct and I started working. And one of them, the one that you're seeing right now, I started sketching. The other one, I poured inks and started playing with acrylic washes. Now, something I want to mention here is the way I sketch. I actually use a projector. And I know this can be a little controversial because there are people who think using a projector is not real art. But for me, honestly, it just saves so much of time. I don't want to spend 2 to 3 hours just sketching out the subject when my focus and my passion is in the painting itself. With a projector, I can get the sketch down in 30 minutes and then move on to what I love, painting, playing with colors and building the layers. And not to mention, if you're projecting, that doesn't mean I don't know how to sketch. I do know how to sketch, and when I am done with projecting, I use my sketching skills to correct it. If you're somebody who's projecting or thinking of projecting as well, that is something that you need to do, is that learn how to sketch first. That's when you'll be able to use that projector. Else it will look like very cartoonish drawing, and you don't want that. So yes, I do use a projector and I'm okay with that. And because I want to spend all my energy on the emotional part of the painting, not only the technical part, so that's why. Now, you might notice that I used feet as my subject. Now, you might be wondering why feet. Let me tell you, I'm focusing a lot on hands, feet, collarbones, women, of course. And mostly I've been thinking about it. Why? So, for me, hands and feet are such honest parts of the body. They carry so much of story without us even realizing it. For example, take hands. They hold, they let go, they reach out, they protect, they create. They can be so tense when we are anxious and so soft when we are relaxed. And sometimes they get so warm and so cold. They show vulnerability but also strength. I think hands tell you so much about a person's journey, and feet. Feet are about movement, about the journey itself. That's what I think. And feet can carry us forward even when our mind doesn't want to. They carry our weight, they carry our exhaustion, they carry our persistence, they carry how tired we are. Just look at your feet and tell me you don't feel it. Because I do. And for me, when I think of healing and resilience, I think of these small but powerful things. Our hands that keep doing and our feet that keep moving even when everything feels heavy. So when I started painting, I didn't overthink it. But these were the forms that kept coming to me. Hands reaching out, feet grounded, sometimes tangled, sometimes free. And I realized they represent exactly what I'm feeling inside. This whole series honestly is very personal. It comes from a place of feeling lost and weighed down, but also wanting to find light again, and painting became my way of slowing. I wouldn't even say fixing, but just processing, just realizing. Even brushstroke is like a breathe. Every layer is like putting down some of the heaviness. I think what I'm trying to capture is not just depression itself, but the process of healing from it. Healing is not a straight line, it's messy, it's slow, it's sometimes very painful. But in that process, there's also beauty, there's resilience, there's proof that we can keep on going on. So, if you look at these pieces, you'll see muted tones of pink, purple. I'm gonna later add blues and reds, but always something soft and always calming. I didn't want the series to be harsh or aggressive because even though it comes from a place of struggle, it really is about hope. It's about peace. It's about saying, yes, this is heavy, but there's still gentleness here. When I'm painting, I often lose track of time. Sometimes it's 8 hours, 6 hours, I don't even realize, and that's what I love most. The process itself, the quiet colors, the textures, it feels like healing even while I'm making it. And I know some people might wonder, why share all this? Why make a whole series about something so personal? For me, honestly, it's because I know I'm not the only one. I know there are so many people who are going through these feelings of not belonging, of being weighed down, of just not knowing what to do. And if my paintings can speak to even one person, if they make someone feel seen or understood, or even just a little bit lighter, that would mean so much to me. This is not about telling anyone what to do or even showing some perfect solution. It's just about sharing my journey, honestly. So, yeah, that's where the series comes from. That's why hands and feet. That's why the colors are the way they are. That's why I use the projector to save time on the technical part and give myself some space for the emotional part. I'll be taking you along as I build this series piece by piece. Some days it will be slow, some days may be more intense, but all of it is part of the process. If you're watching this, you've ever felt that same heaviness, that same not knowing what to do feeling, just know that you're not alone. And sometimes even picking up a brush or a pen or maybe a pottery wheel or just doing something or one small thing at a time can help you move through it. And one more thing I wanted to say before I wrap up is I think what I've realized through this is that sometimes the act of creating is much more important than the outcome itself. Like, yes, I want these paintings to come together as a series. I want them to be cohesive. I want them to speak to people. The process itself has already given me something. It's already done its work on me. So painting has this way of grounding me even on the days I feel like I can't do much. Just mixing colors or even putting down one brush stroke at a time feels like progress, and maybe that's the bigger lesson I'm learning here. Healing is not about big leaps, it's about those tiny steps over and over and over again, even when they feel insignificant. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see where this series takes me. I don't know exactly how it will turn out or how many pieces there will be, but I'm trusting the process and I'm grateful that you're here watching and sharing this journey with me. And before I end, I just wanted to share these little snippets of my surroundings with you. The rain, the droplets that you're going to see soon on the plants, and of course, Tiger being his curious self. These are the small things that keep me grounded. They remind me that even in the middle of heavy feeling, there's still so much beauty in the everyday. Sometimes healing looks like big steps, but sometimes it's just pausing long enough to notice a raindrop on a leaf or the quiet company of my cat. That's what I hold on to, and that's what I want this series to carry to. Those small, gentle reminders that life is still here. Alright, I think I'll stop talking now and just let be. Thank you again for being here. It really does mean a lot.